What's your comment in here? We were winning lane, so I went for an armlet into Radiance build and putting points into E. Was this correct? Camo is me. I mean, you can actually try to change your nickname in there, like Michael or Omichi. Alright? So let me update it in here. What's your medal now? Divine 3? Oh, Divine 3. No, Crusader 3 now. Okay. You disable that? Changing the nickname? I think it's only applicable to my guild members and then subscribers. I'll check the permission later. I'll just focus on this one first. So we were winning lane, so I went for an armlet into Radiance build and putting points into E. Wait, let's look in this lane or in this game. Well, they have PA, they have Magnus, they have Sniper. Three of their heroes are physical damage. I mean, Sniper could be support that will deal magical, but mainly it's going to be Magnus and then PA that will deal physical damage. So to answer your question about armlet, I think it's nice because the armlet will give you like armor. Look at the armlet. It will give you armor, which is really good against physical heroes like PA, Magnus, Sniper. And also, it will give you attack speed, damage, HP regen as well, and of course the unholy strength. So I think the armlet is a good fit in this game, in particular. And yeah, you're going to lane with Magnus in here with wait, why it's so quick? Let's go back in here. So your laning stage is going to be with Magnus and then Witch Doctor. So he actually aggroed early, and then you went for passive early? Like, lifesteal? You actually missed 2 CS right now. Thanks for the follow, Oak Knight. Wait, do you really need to go for Vampiric Spirit early? Like, I don't think that it's actually a good thing, a good idea. If you want to go for early point, I think you should go for stun or go for mortal strike. Always. Because if you're going to play lifesteal early on, it's only 10%. And then your damage right now is only 63. Right? So let's say 63. 10%. Per hit, you will have 6 HP. Per hit. Because the lifesteal is only 10%. So it's not really that helpful early on. So I suggest you go for stun or E, the Immortal Strike instead of the lifesteal. And then actually once you get level 2 in here, you have a really good kill potential, like right here. But the problem is the Witch Doctor doesn't have level 2 yet, but he got the Maledict, which is nice. And then you can keep doing it. Yep, keep dealing damage. But again, this one is not doing any damage, right? Dead, possibly? I think you're committing so hard. You're committing so hard. You're a creep wave. So let's see it here. So, melee creep in here. Stun. Our last hit. Range creep. And then you're committing so hard. And then after going for the Magnus, or since he got the Maledict already, maybe if you go for stun in there, it will deal enough damage. And since you don't have stun, you just casted your Vampiric Spirit, it will just randomly attack anyone. Randomly, right? Nearest target. But if you go for Vampiric Spirit before stunning, your skeletons will follow. And yeah, you committed so hard. You lost 1. 2. Actually 3, but yeah, it was denied. 4. 4. Actually, you lost the full wave in there, in that commitment. They do that? The skeletons? It's going to be nearest. They will just attack the nearest targets. So, you spawned your skeletons, Once you spawn your skeletons, you go for stun, and then the target, or the stunned hero or target, the skeletons will chase that guy. Look at here. Can be... Where is it? Where is it? Can be cast to summon skeleton with spirit. It's not here. Wait, why is not here? It's not here. The details is that when you go for stun on a hero, the skeletons will chase that target. It's not here. Wait, what about this? If Wraith, here we go. It's actually in the Wraith Fire Blast. In the out. So if Wraith King has summoned skeletons, casting Wraith Fire Blast on a target will order all of the skeletons to attack that target. So, here you go. I actually wasted time in there. What the fuck? I thought it was not in there. So yeah. This is the full wave shenanigan. You lost the full wave because of that commitment, and then you didn't get any kills or anything, and then you push out the lane as well. So your witch doctor is kind of holding in here, and then the willow. Yeah, he failed with the pull as well. And then the lane is kind of pushed in. Last hit, yep. 6-0, nice. Last hit, nice. You actually do a better job. What the fuck? No, I take it. I'm about to say that you're doing a better job now in last hitting, and then you missed the range creep, so I have to take it back. You can actually go for stun in there as well, like stun the Magnus and then last hit the range creep, because in that way, since he's not going to deny the range creep, you can go for securing your levels faster. That's the reason I stopped Safelane, because that stuff keep happening. That you will lose the full wave. You should focus on last hitting, like aggroing. By the way, if you keep doing the creep aggro, since the enemy creeps will follow you, and then your creeps are still hitting those creeps, it will naturally be pushed in to your side. So that's why your creep aggro is your best friend in the game. But I'm not sure about this magic wand rush in your Wraith King. Maybe go for something like face boots early. I would go for face boots early rather than magic wand, because Magnus has a very limited mana pool. Let's look at here. Only 400, and then he cannot really spam all of those spells. And here, Dark Willow, she can use the spells, but it's more of a commitment, like fighting. You're not going to play against something like PA, Bristleback, Bat Rider, you know, those kind of heroes. So I would suggest that you go for boots, face boots in particular, because going for magic wand will delay your item. And so far, you gain like, how many charges you gained so far after you completed your magic wand? 5 charges? For like what, 2 minutes? And again, you're not going to be to be pressured in here if you know your priorities. Follow-up stun maybe? Nah, you didn't even attack him, you just stunned the target. The damage is not that strong, or not that high. Maybe once you saw the Witch Doctor use all of his Maledict, you go for stun in there. But I think it's still a bad decision for the Witch Doctor to go in there without the Maledict. Just going for stun and then there's so many creeps is a bad decision. Like, it's only level 1 paralyzing cast, right? It will only bounce twice. And there's like 4 or 5 creeps in there. Keep on last hitting, and then please don't waste your mana. This is 70 gold, 70 mana. This is 95. If you save this Vampiric Spirit, maybe you can cast like 2 stun at most. Last hit. Yeah, it's being denied as well. And then look at the levels, right? Level 4. Level 4, level 3. And look at the score. 16-10, 16-10, 14-1. That's the power of deny right there. This one is much better. Vampiric Spirit, keep on going for farm. You're really under-leveled. Because you're just letting him deny. You even have the Blades of Attack just to get more damage, right? Keep on lancing. Aggro maybe? Aggro? Nah, denied again. Stun? Nah, still not enough. But still good pressure though. Deny. Going to fast forward.
If you die, can I have your horn?
Last hit. Yeah. Miss. Even though there's no contest from the enemy, you should never miss those last hits. Whenever there is no enemies, like trying to deny it. How can I stop him from denying? You can stun him. Just last hit better? Yeah, that's another thing. Or just do the aggro. Just do the aggro. And then once all of the melee creeps are gone, and then there's only range creep, the Magnus will be scared to try to deny it. Because there's the possible paralyzing casts, right? And if there's only range creep, paralyzing cast will kill him. Like it will bounce back and forth, and then you have the follow-up stun as well, and then maledict. Dark Willow dead. He should pull right now. This guy has no more mana regen or anything. Or spells. He should pull. Or maybe you could pull 23. You decided to farm it. Which is really not good. Why? Here. Dirk. Pull this. From here to here. I guarantee you, it will be denied. This full wave will be denied in here. And while you're pulling, let's say here, you go here, tank the creeps. Because you will not die in the process. Magnus is alone. Dark Willow is just respawning. Right? And then if you're just here tanking the creeps, or even stopping the Magnus from contesting the pull, you can do it, because it's going to be 2 versus 1, and then this guy has Enchanted Mango. You can even kill the Magnus if he decided to contest it. So, not like this. You're basically giving him a full wave of creeps in here. Despite it's 2 versus 1. Like this. You let him farm. And then Willow is back, and then you're kind of low on HP. And you're forced to buy Tango now. Rooted, maybe die as well. Nah, you're fine. So yeah. And prioritize the range creeps over melee for last hitting. And I think they're going to take the stack in there, since you're just controlling the lane. You should push it right now. Push it and then go to neutrals. And then find the neutral items. Yeah, they even pulled. Good thing they didn't take it. Yeah, get back. Farm, maybe? Neutral? Nice fake right there. But you're just wasting your time in here. You're not farming. Maybe you can kill this guy. Last hit. Creep wave. Yeah, go back. Okay. Last hit. Last hit again. Push it. You have to push it and then go to the side. To the neutrals. Especially the enemies are kind of missing now. They can actually gank you in here. Yep. Farm, nice. This one, I like this better. But they really have to go back in here. Like, to me, you don't need to actually go back in here. in this lane. But yeah, I think this thing happened. Like the Magnus enemy off lane uses his RP just to position 5 Witch Doctor, and then the paralyzing cast will kill them both. I think he's going to die. Yep. He's dead, and then what did you get in there? 43 golds. That's 43 golds only, and then you lost like 2 creeps in here, right? So instead of going for kills right now, you should prioritize the farm instead of kill. So keep last hitting. Yep. Last hit. Take the catapult and then go to the sides after this. Go to the side, please. Go to the side. Push. Yep. Wait. You still want to fight in here? Isn't it better to farm lane over jungle? At this point of the game, it's not actually the case, because here, since you decided to go for the lane and then you saw heroes trying to kill or trying to be fancy in there, they actually kill you. So you wanted to stay in the lane to farm creeps, but what happened in here is that you actually went for the 2 heroes, right? Which is a counter to what you're saying, and then you're going to die. This is what I'm talking about, Dirt. There's a reason why I wanted to go back to look around in here again. Look around in here. Look at the position of the map. Look at the map, okay? Stop looking at your hero. Look at the map right now. Look at the positioning, right? So no one is showing on the map, and then look at the Zeus. He will use the ulti. Look at here. Once more. Jakiro showing mid, right? Jakiro showing mid. He ultied. Look at the positioning, right? It revealed the sniper in the ancient camp. PA on the large camp in here. It revealed their positioning, right? PA almost dead. Sniper is nearby. Dark Willow and then Magnus in here, right? So, and then no one is showing in the bottom lane. So since you know their positioning, like you have the info because of the Zeus ulti, that Sniper can easily connect to the top lane, you should be afraid to show in here. Like here, you want to fight in here, right? You said that you wanted to farm. That's why you went back to the lane. And Jakiro was from mid. He just walked into the top lane. He just walked into the top lane. And then you got baited in here, and you're going to die, right? So that's why I wanted to go first in the jungle, because when I'm seeing the minimap, the bottom is kind of free, and then your Zeus is kind of pressuring the mid lane, and then no one is showing it aside from the Jakiro. Sniper is the mid lane, which is really strong early. So you have to look around the map if you really want to go for the lane or over the creeps or the jungle. That's why I will recommend going for jungle if you don't have the info about the enemy heroes. What are the chances that they're going into the top lane and then ganking you, right? You are the safe lane. If the supports are missing or the mid lane is missing and then they killed you, it's really worth it for them. So here, look at again. Magnus, Dark Willow, Jakiro showed in the triangle. And then you're here, right? You push out the lane in here, and then what you will... Oh, you're going to push in here? Well, good luck with that. Sniper is in here. You're going to farm this wave, which is nice. But the question is, what's your next move after farming this lane? You want this large camp now, which is... You're being stopped. But again, look at the minimap. Look at the map, Dirk. This one. This one is free. Your job right now as a carry is to farm. Your job to fight, it's not right now. Why do you want to fight? No, don't fight. You don't have reincarnation. Right? You don't have reincarnation. And then you saw them in here earlier. Magnus, Dark Willow, Jakiro. And then PA died in here. And then Sniper defended, right? So possibly those 3 heroes are connecting to the top and then killing you. Because you showed yourself. And then they know that you don't have reincarnation earlier, right? So if you just farm in the bottom lane, possibly you're going to be you're going to get like 200, 300, or 400 golds in there because you can go to the large camp after. Look at the minimap in here. After you push the wave in here, so many golds in here that is being wasted. So here, so after here, when you saw the sniper, you should get back by now. And then look at the minimap in here. Yep, look at the minimap. Juicy one. And then here, still the same thing, right? Because they're here. So in this game, in the mid game, you have to stop looking into your hero. You have to look around your look into the minimap like every second. And you have to get specific goal in mind. Like right now, you're queuing your Radiance, right? You're queuing your Radiance. So the best thing that you can do to help your team is to get your Radiance as soon as possible. You don't have to fight in here. This is not your job. You're a carry. You're actually late in here. Like 3 or 4 waves, gone under tower. And then you could actually go for the side camps in there, like neutral creeps, like 2 or 3 times because of the time you spent in the top lane. Like, yeah, you're a carry. You don't have to fight. Does that make sense, Dirk? When it comes to priority, farming over fighting. This one is gonna be more painful if you're talking about other specific heroes, like timing dependent heroes, something like Templar Assassin. Those heroes are really timing specific. If you delay your Desolator like 20 minutes and the Blink Dagger 20 minutes, you don't feel really good on the hero. For some reason, I thought I could fight with just Armlet. Yeah, you can fight, but you don't have Reincarnation, right? That's the thing, you don't have Reincarnation. If you have Reincarnation, maybe you can try to fight in there. And maybe if you can see the enemy heroes, you can fight with them. And again, instead of farming, you're fighting. Look at your goals in here. 1.9, 2.1, 2.2. Alright. And then Reincarnation use again. We can see in the gold change later. 300! What the fuck? It's not 43 anymore, it's 300 now. That's progress right there. But you're not getting objectives, and then you're those 300 golds can easily be get in the neutrals and then in the lane. 300 golds. One creep wave is like 200 golds and then experience. And then you can go for neutral creeps as well with the skeletons, like 2 or 3 neutral creeps or neutral camps. 300 you could actually get like 400 or 500 instead of fighting with them. 300 with no objective, I'm not gonna take it. It's not worth it. And then you should go for Ancients, nice. This one, I like it better. Philosopher's Stone, maybe take it for more golds. But no, it will reduce your attack damage, so it's not good for carries. Sugoi, nice guild, amazing, he said. Radiance, yep. 7 skeletons, 8 skeletons. Wait, why are you afraid of this guy? Last hit. Again, you have to get priority. Instead of trying to harass the PA, even though you know that you cannot kill the guy, just go for the creep wave. Ancients again, yep. This is a very late Radiance, if you'll ask me. Might as well you go for the Midas, and you'll get like 20 plus. Radiance timing is bad Radiance timing. I thought his team was there. Okay. But yeah, since you tried to fight early, your item timing, your timing is really delayed. Really delayed. Because you keep fighting.
Many thanks.
Nonsense fight, actually. You fight in there, it's fine if you could get objectives. Like here, you're so strong, right? If I'm the enemy in here and then I saw you having the Sacred Relic, I'll try to stop you from getting it completed. But yeah, enemy is just AFK as well. Skeletons, leave it, yep. Go to the Ancients, nice. And then you'll get the Radiance 23 minutes into the game. This is really delayed timing. If possible, get it around 17 or 18 minutes. Never go beyond 20 minutes. That's the challenge, or that's what you should aim as a Wraith King. Never get a Radiance beyond 20 minutes. Go mid, show yourself. Why you're not attacking? You're strong. Even with Armlet, yes. Even with Armlet, even with Midas. You should never get Radiance 20 minutes. You're going to die. Armlet. Toggle, nice. This is actually a good fight for you. Because you managed to get objective, which is the mid. But I don't like that you went to the mid lane or to the top lane TPing. Because if you TP to the top lane, it means, especially you showed yourself immediately, it means the enemy know that you are trapped in there for like, what's the cooldown of TP? 80 seconds, right? And then this basically resets the whole map. Even though you managed to win the engagement in here, right? You fight in the mid lane, took the tier 2, right? And then you force the enemy 5 heroes to defend. And since you guys disperse, like split up after taking the tier 2, you're playing on top. This guy is in here, going for Roche. This guy's in mid. This guy's in bottom. This guy's in bottom, right? You're basically resetted the map for the enemy. And then they have this little play right there. If you're bad when it comes to map movement, you'll be caught in there. Even with this guy. So what's the better thing to do in here after that one? After a win engagement? The better thing for you to do after this is occupy this area or this area. Occupy their jungle. Because you know that they're here, right? And then they don't have Magnus, right? There's no more objective in bottom, so I will suggest going in here instead, in the enemy triangle. In that sense, you are going to threaten their top tier 2, and then you're going to threaten their Roshan. And if enemy will try to farm, let's say PA wants to farm, she needs to farm in here. Because you guys are controlling this area of the map. Therefore, you're controlling the top lane, you're controlling the mid lane as well. So if someone, like enemy support, will try to deward or just farm in the enemy, in the Ancient, you can just kill them because you have the high ground advantage. And then this is 4 versus 5, right? So if someone will farm, they need to play around here. They're basically trapped in here, only in one lane. But you guys are going to control this with objectives in mind, like Roshan, tier 2. But since you TP'd, nothing will happen. But is it okay if no one catches top wave? It's fine. Like look at the health of your tower. It's almost full HP, right? Full HP on your tower. It's not going to die with this with just one creep wave. It's not going to die. Since you're strong right now, you need to rally your team about it. Rally your team about it. If you're really that strong, you have to take advantage of it. So here, good thing nothing happened, you know. Good thing nothing happened. But you are actually playing in their vision, and then your team is playing in nearby, like bottom mid area, and then you're in the top lane. Even if they gank you in here, they can actually react because you still have the outpost and then the tower. Look at here, they can react, but it's gonna take so much time, and then they just kill you. This is what I'm talking about, right? You don't have reincarnation, you don't have to show yourself. And your team is actually playing in bottom and in the mid lane. And the enemy know that they are in there because they shove the lane. So here. Look at here. So Shaman, shove the wave. Underlord, shove the wave in the bottom. Shaman push mid, Underlord push bottom. And you push to the top lane. And perfect opportunity for them to go. Because they are going to take some time to TP. Like 3 seconds on the tower. And then the outpost. So yeah. Easy opportunity. Good thing the enemy capitalized on it. And then the PA is kind of diving and feeding. But yeah. Map movement. Their pattern. Farming. I mean, for sure you want to finish your Blink Dagger, but you have to know where to farm. And in the mid game, you have to farm around your teammates. Because if something like that happened again, and you don't have reincarnation, you will die. What is it? Is it gonna do another analysis? Yeah, I will do another. Because I still have time for it. Stun, Willow. I think she will survive. She can... Ah, she's dead. The Magus didn't even try to save him. Yeah, you can go for the outpost and then push bottom, cut wave. Here. Look at here. If you just go like this, 30, the creeps will spawn. If you just walk in here, drag it. You can walk to the mid lane like this. By dragging it, since you have radiance, they will die. Or drag it to the camp that you are farming, like here to here, because you have the radiance burn, right? They will die. You can even release your skeletons in there and then connect to the mid lane. But I will not really recommend going to the mid lane right now. Like push high ground, as long as the sniper is in there, and then Magnus. I will never go high ground because it's really difficult for you to guys to go high ground. You will just feed. You're the only one that has Blink Dagger. All of your teammates doesn't have a mobility that can jump into the high ground. So yeah, keep farming. Radiance burn. Magnus will die, I think. She blinked out. Okay. I think gave up. I think you should give up. Yep. Give up the chase since there's no vision, and then possibly he blink out and then TP. And here you're going to play top. Underlord mid though. You're going for AC. There are other items that I'm actually thinking in here in this particular game. I mean, AC is good on the Wraith gang, but since you're playing something like Sniper, Magnus, I'm actually thinking of going for Sanjin Yasha instead of the AC. Nice RP. So you will have more status resistance. You can even go for Halberd as well. Like any Sanj upgrade in there just to have status resistance. Because I think you are not going to buy BKB in this game either. And yeah, they will take Roshan. What the fuck? Sanjin Yasha is good versus Sniper. It's not actually against Sniper though. But with the overall enemies that you have, let's take a look. Magnus, Dark Willow, Jakiro, right? Those three heroes that has the control and then stun, you will reduce the duration of their spells or of their crowd control spells. So it's gonna be good against their most of the lineup in here. And then the Sanj component will give you like amplification of your healing. That's it here. Status resistance, self HP regen, and then lifesteal amplification. And then here you have Mortal Strike, right? Mortal Strike that is guaranteed crit. And then you have this lifesteal, so you will be able to sustain yourself further. And when it comes to Sniper though, you can only take care of him if you can blink on top of the Sniper. But if you cannot blink into the Sniper, You just need to let your teammates handle the sniper, because you cannot solve all of the problems out there. It's good versus enemies with BKB piercing stuns. Yes, exactly. I mean, to be fair, the only BKB piercing stun is only Magnus, and whenever there's a Magnus, status resistance is always great. I mean, not just Magnus, like Beastmaster, Axe, you know, those guys that that has BKB piercing disables. It's always good. AC will just give you armor and attack speed, but if you are getting kited, it's still not good. I mean, AC will give you kind of survivability, like bonus armor. And you're going to the Willow, and then he just Shadow Realm. The target. You should never go on the Dark Willow and then in PA. You only go to the Dark Willow if he or she already used the Shadow Realm, because she cannot dodge your stun or disjoint it. You should always go to the Sniper, Magnus, Jakiro. With PA, you don't have the MKB, like piercing. The main damage in there is actually Zeus, so it's actually fine still. I guess this mag will just stand still. I mean, the positioning of Sniper is actually bad in there, and now he's blaming his teammate. So yeah, just keep going on the Sniper. You will always win. Sniper and then Magnus, because if you can force the Magnus to retreat or show or even reveal his positioning, possibly he will not be able to land a really good RP. Thanks for the follow, Rose Plays. Can you coach me? I can coach you, but there's a queue already. You have to go to my Discord and then wait in line. Nice stun in there. The Dark Willow is kind of slow with the reaction. I mean, the casting of the Wraith Fire Blast is not the greatest. Any good Dark Willow player can easily disjoint it. BKB. BKB is not really nice in this game. With so many reasons, right? I mean, BKB, sure, you'll be able to what? To stop the Jakiro, Dark Willow, from using any spells on you or kiting you. But the majority of the enemy heroes like PA, Magnus, Sniper doesn't care if you have BKB, right? So BKB is not a good item in here. Maybe you can upgrade your Blink Dagger, something like Overwhelming Blink, to have additional slow and then tankiness and then damage. You can go for Swift Blink as well, but I don't actually like the Swift Blink in this game. I actually want to have Overwhelming Blink rather than the Swift Blink in this game, because the slow is gonna be massive in this game. The Zeus, the Underlord, your teammate can follow up because they don't have any blink initiations, you know, or maybe Abyssal Blade as well. I don't know. Maybe Abyssal Blade as well, just to go for blink in, stun, Abyssal, you know. PA, you cannot easily do damage in this PA because of the evasion. Yeah. So again, don't formulate a solution to the problem that you should not be solving, right? Go for Overwhelming Blink if you have no initiation. It's not actually limited to the initiations. One of the good things about the Overwhelming Blink, again, is that the enemy is kind of squishy, and then if you go for Overwhelming Blink, let's say on Magnus, it will do damage and then it will cancel his Blink Dagger, right? Since you cancel his Blink Dagger, his only escape is Skewer, and possibly you're going to stun the enemy beforehand. You can actually go for Skewer later in here. And then the damage is actually relative to your strength. 200 damage, and then plus 100% of your strength. So like 300 or something. But the movement slow is gonna be really nice. because you don't want to be caught by the Underlord, Zeus, high damage. You know, you don't want to be caught by your teammates, basically. Like what happened on the PA in there. His BKB runs out and then he just died on the Zeus. Sniper too, so he will not be able to escape immediately. With the Swift Blink, you are just going to get like agility and then movement speed and then attack speed. Right? Look at here. You gain 40% face movement speed, attack speed 50, and then 50 attack damage for 6 seconds. But you already have the Assault Kiras, which means you have the attack speed that you needed. You have the armlet, and then you have the damage on the Radiance. So you actually need more kind of utility. Jamal, your friend is kind of fooling around. Yeah, Swift Blink. There you go. I will not recommend Swift Blink in this game. You don't need the attack speed any further. You have the utility. And I think the game is over at this point, Dirk. Your team is kind of throwing, and then you're going for solo Roshan. Alright. Shard? Do you actually need the shard? No, don't get shard. You can actually give it to other hero. Let's say Zeus. Shard. So he can jump in and out of the fight. This one has a shard. This guy has a shard. This guy has a shard. So it's actually good on Zeus. No MKB. I think it's fine if he doesn't have MKB in this game because the solution to the PA is actually the burst damage of the Zeus, and then the spells of the guys like the Shaman, Underlord. As long as there's no BKB on the PA, she will die. I did a little trolling on this match. I thought you're trolling the whole game. Only a little? I didn't recognize it. I thought you're trolling the whole game. Like fighting thing, you know? Yeah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, at least you win the game. But you have to know your priorities after all. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself, you're hurting your team. Timing wise. Can you coach my Spectre, which I lost 700 MMR here? I think I answered your question earlier that I will coach you if you go to my Discord and then put up an analysis request. Because there is a queue already, Rose plays. Do you still need the summary of your analysis, or it's kind of clear to you? Not a problem, Rose plays. I just wanted to fight too much because I had Armlet. Yeah, but you don't have Reincarnation. You have Armlet, but you don't have Reincarnation. Therefore, you just died. Alright, summary. I actually liked your itemization this time. Like, starting items. Because with your starting item in here, you recognize that it's going to be Magnus lane. And then +1, Jakiro or Dark Willow. So you went for the Ring of Protection, which is good. Against physical damage, because that's most of their damage. If it's Jakiro, maybe you will consider going for Ring of Protection because he is mostly magical damage, but he is needed in the bottom to secure the lane. But the problem is you went for this item immediately, like Magic Wand. What's the max charge in the Magic Wand that you got in that lane? 5? I think 5. The max Magic Wand charge that you got in there, in that lane. It's actually good if you go for face boots early, because you can play around the crit aggro and then attack the enemy with the crit as well. So yeah, early itemization. I think you should go for Armlet first, or face boots, and then go for the Magic Wand. But I doubt that you are even going for Magic Wand if you're just farming jungle. And with your skill build, going for the Vampiric Spirit, that's something that I will not recommend, Dirk, because this is percentage based lifesteal. 10%, and you have 60 plus damage. You're only going to last hit to lifesteal like 6 health per attack. right? So that's why I will not really recommend it. Maybe go for stun first, or maybe mortal strike, and then you can go for the vampiric spirit later. Maybe that's gonna be better. Last hitting as well. The creep aggro is still something that you must improve on, because the Magnus is just denying those creeps on you. Something that I don't like seeing, especially that you have mortal strike that is guaranteed crit. So try to practice last hitting. You can go for the arcade like last hitting trainer in here, or you can go for demo hero and then keep on last hitting in there. You can do a lot in there for last hitting. And then aside from the last hitting, armlet is fine. Good build up with your damage. But the problem is the way how you play around the map. Like you keep showing in the lane, you keep farming the lane, even though the enemy is kind of missing, right? You need to pay attention to your minimap, basically, because you actually contested my idea about go to the jungle, because you said you want to go for the lane instead of the jungle, and then you died immediately after because you didn't realize the minimap position, especially the Zeus ulti, which is good for scouting. So take advantage of those info that you will get. All right. Aside from that, the priority and then the hero target. Priority like farming or fighting, and then after that, hero target. Never go on the Dark Willow. Never go on the what you call this, on the PA. And another thing is that whenever you are playing 3 lanes at once, you have to think that someone will gank. Like what happened in the top lane when you are around like tier 2 top. Your team played in the mid. They showed in mid. They showed in bottom, and you just showed in top. That's basically an invitation that Radiant, kill me. You saw my shaman in the mid, you saw my underlord in the bottom, and then I show myself in the top lane. Go kill me, because they cannot help me immediately. You know? That's something like that. So yeah. Map positioning. That's the last thing that I want you to learn. And itemization as well. Your itemization is there to the mid game is not the greatest. Like going for BKB as if they care about your BKB. No, they don't care about it. Right? I mean, when you dive in the top, like tier 3, you dive in there, you use your BKB, only for what hero? Dark Willow? Jakiro? That's it? Yeah, that's it. That's the only usage of your BKB, just to scare them away. And then they just run away from you. And then they survive. So BKB is not good in that game. AC is good. Really good. AC. BKB not ideal. Swift Blink not ideal as well. Overwhelming Blink much be better. For me. Because they're kind of squishy. But it still depends on you if you want to go on the Swift Blink. If that's your comfort. But again, you're not going to win games with the same itemization. There's always situational items that you should buy. You can even go for Blade Mill if you are losing so hard, because they have the enemy has very what do you call this? They have a lot of spells that they cannot control, like the Macropire on Jakiro, the Bedlam on the Dark Willow, and then the Sniper, Blade Mill, or even the PA. If he go for Phantom Strike, you go Blade Mill, possibly she will die to her attacks. So yeah. It's a case-to-case basis after all. Depends on your Dirk. Whatever you find good in that game. Thanks for the follow, Lunar. Yeah, you're here. What is this? Where's Jamal? He's here. In either chapter 2 or 3, I think. If you chapter 2 and 3? What? If you choose last hitting, it will let you choose your hero. In the arcade? I think. If I get Blade Mail, it's after Radiance? Or, I think after Blink. You can go for Blade Mail after Blink. Or, you can actually go for the first item, Blade Mail, and then Radiance. Because Blade Mail is good for farming, and then fighting. But yeah, again, it's a case to case basis. It's really really situational. But yeah, I like what happened. Is the Spectre still a decent boss one dispatch, or which heroes would you recommend? It really depends on the meta or in your bracket, because let's say in the Immortal bracket, most of the position one right now, it's like Life Stealer, Juggernaut, Magnus, Templar Assassin, even Ricky, Luna, Medusa. They're not going to pick Spectre, which is really shit on lane. You will lose like first 20 minutes of the game because you have a Spectre that will do nothing without Haunt and then items. So if it's in your bracket, like lower bracket, let's say Legend below, I think Spectre is really nice. But in our bracket, like Immortal, I don't think she is nice. Because right now, especially Zoo meta with the Helm of the Overlord, we're going to push quickly. Take your racks, take the ages, you know, and Spectre will not be able to do anything about it. So yeah. So since we're good with Dirk, I'm going to put a check mark on your analysis request in here.